Have you ever felt like you're carrying a heavy weight in your heart, unable to move forward? Like no matter what you do, the same emotions keep pulling you back? You're not alone. We all face moments in life where we feel emotionally stuck, trapped in cycles of anger, sadness, fear, or regret. But what if I told you there's a way to break free? What if the ancient wisdom of Buddhism could help you transform your pain into peace, your suffering into strength? This isn't about escaping your emotions. It's about understanding them, embracing them, and ultimately, transcending them. Let's explore how the timeless teachings of Buddhism can guide you to emotional freedom, step by step. Lesson 1. Identify and name your stuck emotion. The first step to freeing yourself from emotional stagnation is to identify and name the emotion you're feeling. Buddhism teaches us that awareness is the foundation of transformation. When you're stuck, it's often because you're overwhelmed by a whirlwind of feelings you haven't fully acknowledged. Take a moment to pause. Close your eyes. Breathe deeply. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now? Is it anger? Sadness? Fear? Guilt? Naming your emotion is like turning on a light in a dark room. It brings clarity. It helps you see what you're dealing with. Think of it this way. Emotions are like clouds passing through the sky of your mind. They come and go. But when you don't acknowledge them, they linger, blocking the sunlight of your inner peace. By naming your emotion, you take the first step toward understanding it. You're no longer a prisoner of it. You're an observer. This simple act of awareness is powerful. It creates space between you and the emotion, giving you the freedom to respond rather than react. Start small. The next time you feel stuck, pause and ask, what is this feeling? Write it down if it helps. Say it out loud. I feel anxious. I feel hurt. I feel overwhelmed. Naming your emotion doesn't make it go away, but it does make it manageable. It's the first step toward healing. Remember, you are not your emotions. They are just visitors. And with awareness, you can gently guide them to the door. Lesson 2. Acknowledge the feeling without judgment. Once you've named your emotion, the next step is to acknowledge it without judgment. This is where Buddhism's teaching of mindfulness comes into play. Mindfulness is about being present with whatever arises in your experience, without labeling it as good or bad. It's about accepting what is, just as it is. When you're emotionally stuck, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-criticism. You might think, why am I feeling this way? I shouldn't be so upset. I'm weak for feeling like this. But these thoughts only deepen your suffering. Buddhism teaches us that all emotions are valid. They are part of the human experience. There's no need to judge yourself for feeling sad, angry, or afraid. Instead, practice self-compassion. Say to yourself, it's okay to feel this way. This is part of being human. Imagine your emotion as a child coming to you for comfort. Would you scold the child? You'd hold them gently, offering love and understanding. Do the same for yourself. Acknowledging your emotion without judgment doesn't mean you're giving it power. It means you're creating a safe space for it to exist. This is how you begin to release its grip on you. When you stop fighting the emotion, it loses its intensity. It becomes easier to breathe, to think, to move forward. Remember, you are not defined by your emotions. They are temporary. And by meeting them with kindness, you take the first step toward freedom. Lesson 3. Explore the root cause of the emotion. Now that you've named and acknowledged your emotion, it's time to explore its root cause. Buddhism teaches us that emotions don't arise out of nowhere. They are often tied to deeper thoughts, memories, or experiences. Think of your emotion as a tree. The feeling you're experiencing is the fruit, but the root lies beneath the surface. To truly understand and release the emotion, you need to dig deeper. Ask yourself, what triggered this feeling? Was it a specific event? A comment someone made? A memory that resurfaced? Sometimes the root cause is obvious. Other times, it's hidden, buried under layers of past experiences. Be patient with yourself as you explore. This isn't about blaming yourself or others. It's about understanding. Buddhism encourages us to look at our emotions with curiosity, not fear. Imagine you're a detective, gently uncovering clues. What patterns do you notice? Are there recurring themes in your emotional struggles? For example, if you often feel unworthy, ask yourself, where does this belief come from? Is it tied to childhood experiences? Societal pressures? By exploring the root cause, you gain insight into your emotional patterns. This insight is empowering. It helps you break free from cycles of suffering. Remember, this process isn't about dwelling on the past. It's about understanding it so you can move forward with clarity and peace. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are the awareness that observes it. And with this awareness, you can begin to heal. Lesson 4. Challenge negative or limiting beliefs. As you explore the root cause of your emotion, you may uncover negative or limiting beliefs that are holding you back. These beliefs are like invisible chains, keeping you stuck in cycles of suffering. Buddhism teaches us that our thoughts shape our reality. If you believe you're unworthy, you'll feel unworthy. If you believe you're powerless, you'll feel powerless. But here's the truth. These beliefs are not facts. They are stories you've been telling yourself. And stories can be rewritten. Start by identifying the beliefs tied to your emotion. For example, if you're feeling anxious, you might believe, I'm not capable of handling this. If you're feeling lonely, you might believe, no one cares about me. Once you've identified the belief, challenge it. Ask yourself, is this really true? What evidence do you have to support it? Often, you'll find that these beliefs are based on fear, not reality. Buddhism encourages us to replace negative beliefs with positive ones. Instead of thinking, I'm not good enough, try, I am worthy just as I am. Instead of thinking, I can't handle this, try, I have the strength to face this challenge. This isn't about denying your struggles. It's about shifting your perspective. When you change the way you think, you change the way you feel. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that observes them. And with this awareness, you can choose which thoughts to believe. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Replace them with empowering ones. This is how you break free from emotional stagnation and step into your true power. Lesson 5. Practice self-compassion and forgiveness. One of the most powerful teachings in Buddhism is the practice of self-compassion and forgiveness. When you're emotionally stuck, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-blame. You might think, if only I had done things differently. If only I were stronger. But these thoughts only deepen your suffering. Buddhism teaches us that true healing begins with self-compassion. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend. Start by acknowledging your pain. Say to yourself, this is a difficult moment, and it's okay to feel this way. Then offer yourself words of comfort. I am doing the best I can. I am worthy of love and forgiveness. Imagine wrapping yourself in a warm, loving embrace. Let go of the need to punish yourself for past mistakes. Remember, you are human. You are imperfect. And that's okay. Forgiveness is also a key part of this process. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behavior. It means releasing the burden of resentment and anger. Holding on to these emotions only hurts you. Buddhism teaches us that forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves. It's about freeing your heart from the weight of the past. Practice self-compassion and forgiveness daily. When you make a mistake, remind yourself that it's part of the learning process. When you feel pain, offer yourself love and understanding. This is how you heal. This is how you move forward. Remember, you are deserving of compassion. You are deserving of peace. And with each act of self-love, you take a step closer to emotional freedom. Lesson 6. Engage in activities that bring you joy. When you're emotionally stuck, it's easy to lose sight of the things that bring you joy. But Buddhism teaches us that joy is an essential part of healing. It's not about ignoring your pain. It's about creating moments of lightness and happiness to balance the heaviness. Think of joy as a balm for your soul. It soothes your wounds and reminds you of the beauty in life. Start by identifying activities that make you feel alive. What do you love to do? Is it painting, dancing, hiking, or spending time with loved ones? Make a list of these activities and commit to doing at least one each day. Even small moments of joy can make a big difference. They remind you that life is more than your struggles. Buddhism also teaches us to find joy in the present moment. This is the practice of mindfulness. When you're fully present, even simple activities like sipping tea or walking in nature can bring deep happiness. Pay attention to the sights, sounds, and sensations around you. Let go of worries about the past or future. Just be here now. Remember, joy is not selfish. It's necessary. When you fill your own cup, you have more to give to others. So make time for joy. Let it heal you. Let it remind you of the beauty and wonder of life. You deserve to feel happy. And with each moment of joy, you take a step closer to emotional freedom. Lesson 7. Connect with supportive people in your life. Buddhism teaches us the importance of community and connection. When you're emotionally stuck, it's easy to isolate yourself. You might feel like no one understands what you're going through. But the truth is, you don't have to face your struggles alone. Reaching out to supportive people can make a world of difference. Think about the people in your life who uplift and inspire you. Who makes you feel seen and heard. Who offers love and encouragement without judgment. These are the people you need right now. Reach out to them. Share your feelings. Let them know you're struggling. You don't have to have all the answers. Sometimes just being heard is enough. Buddhism also emphasizes the importance of giving and receiving support. When you're feeling low, it can be healing to help others. Volunteer, offer a kind word, or simply listen to a friend in need. Acts of kindness create a sense of connection and purpose. They remind you that you're not alone in this world. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. You don't have to carry your burdens alone. Surround yourself with people who love and support you. Let them remind you of your strength and worth. Together, you can navigate life's challenges with grace and resilience. Connection is a powerful healer. And with each act of love and support, you take a step closer to emotional freedom. Lesson 8. Set small, achievable goals for progress. When you're emotionally stuck, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the idea of change. But Buddhism teaches us that progress happens one step at a time. Instead of focusing on the big picture, set small, achievable goals. These goals act as stepping stones, guiding you toward emotional freedom. Start by identifying one area where you'd like to make progress. For example, if you're feeling anxious, your goal might be to practice deep breathing for 5 minutes each day. If you're feeling lonely, your goal might be to reach out to a friend once a week. Keep your goals simple and realistic. The key is to build momentum. Buddhism also teaches us the importance of patience and persistence. Change doesn't happen overnight. It's a gradual process. Celebrate each small victory along the way. Did you take a deep breath when you felt anxious? That's progress. Did you reach out to a friend when you felt lonely? That's progress. Every step counts. Remember, you are capable of change. You have the strength and resilience to move forward. By setting small, achievable goals, you create a path toward healing. Take it one step at a time. Be patient with yourself. And with each small victory, you take a step closer to emotional freedom. Lesson 9. Celebrate your resilience and growth. The final step in breaking free from emotional stagnation is to celebrate your resilience and growth. Buddhism teaches us that every challenge is an opportunity for growth. When you face your emotions with courage and compassion, you become stronger. You learn more about yourself. You develop new skills and insights. Take a moment to reflect on how far you've come. What have you learned about yourself? What challenges have you overcome? Celebrate these victories, no matter how small. They are proof of your strength and resilience. Buddhism also reminds us to cultivate gratitude. Even in difficult times, there is always something to be grateful for. Maybe it's the support of loved ones, the beauty of nature, or the simple fact that you're still here, trying. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. It fills your heart with joy and peace. Remember, you are a work in progress. And that's okay. Growth is a lifelong journey. Celebrate each step along the way. You are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you know. And with each act of courage and compassion, you take a step closer to emotional freedom. Feeling emotionally stuck is a part of life. But it doesn't have to define you. With the wisdom of Buddhism, you can transform your pain into peace, your suffering into strength. By identifying and naming your emotions, acknowledging them without judgment, exploring their root causes, challenging limiting beliefs, practicing self-compassion, engaging in joyful activities, connecting with supportive people, setting small goals, and celebrating your growth, you can break free from emotional stagnation. Remember, you are not alone. You are not powerless. You have the tools within you to create a life of peace and joy. Take it one step at a time. Be patient with yourself. And know that with each act of courage and compassion, you are moving closer to emotional freedom. You've got this. And the journey is worth it.